Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 22 in the New Messianic Version for September 22, 2023. A name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and the poor meet together, the Lord Jehovah, the maker of them all. A prudent foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord Jehovah, riches, honor, and life. Thorns and snares in the way of the perverse. He that does keep his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower servant to the lender. He that sows iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. He that loves pureness of heart, the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord Jehovah preserve knowledge, and he overthrows the words of the transgressor. The slothful says, a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of strange women, a deep pit. He that is abhorred by the Lord Jehovah shall fall therein. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, he that gives to the rich, surely to lack. Bow down, you ear, and hear the words of the wise. Apply you heart unto my knowledge. For a pleasant thing, if you keep them within you, they shall withal be fitted in your lips. That you trust may be in the Lord Jehovah. I have made known to you this day, even to you. Have I not written to you excellent things and counsels and knowledge, that I might make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you might answer the words to them that send unto you? Rob not the poor, because he's poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord Jehovah will plead their cause, and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. Make no friendship with an angry man and a furious man. You shall not go, lest you learn his ways and get a snare to your soul. Be not you of them that strike hands, or them that are sureties for debts. If you have nothing to pay, why should he take away the bed from under you? Remove not the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. See you a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Oh my gosh, sorry. A lot of the kind of weird phrasing in this, many translations take man and person, or son, child, things like that. This one, I'm assuming it's gendered and it's implied because that's what a lot of these things are. A prudent man foresees evil. So a prudent foresees evil. It's awkward, but a good name's better to be chosen than silver and gold. Why? Because you can get silver and gold. You can always go earn that. You screw up your name, or you start with a bad name, it is really hard to get a good name. It's certainly hard. You can't really wash your name clean. You can only improve your reputation over time. Jesus washes us clean, but there are consequences for everything we do in this life and on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Think before you speak. Think before you act. And I'm raising 3 boys, so I know, based on my experience, there's going to come a time in a couple of years where it's going to get real wild. There's going to be natural rebellion. I'm trying to train up these children in the way you should go. And when they're old, hopefully they won't depart from it. I think that's why I'm here doing what I'm doing, is the faithfulness of my folks to just press on even when it was difficult, and pray over me and try to be a godly example for me. Why am I not rich? Why am I not poor? Technically, if you're watching this, according to the last time I checked my stats, which admittedly was months ago, but it was almost all United States, right? and most of it was guys. So let's just say, regardless of your source of income, I believe it's over $30,000 a year. If you make over $30,000 a year, you are in the top 1% of the planet by earnings. So yeah, there's 1%. To us, that 1%'s wrong. I'm trying to think of what the stat is. Now I'm going to have to go and look because I've misquoted. In other words, we're at the very top tier of wealth. Even poor in this country, the United States, is not poor. Man, now it's going to drive me crazy. I hate misspeaking. I'm not going to delete this video just over that and try to reshoot. You'll notice I screw up a lot when I'm reading. Occasionally I'll start over, especially at night, or if it's in the first maybe 30 seconds because I'm just kind of stumbling over my words or something weird. Over the months since when I started, I would reshoot it until it was never going to be perfect because of my awkwardness, but I would reshoot it until there were no errors. Now, and it developed that way, I'm more of the impression that I need to have an authentic response to this, which is also part of the struggle of reading it live for the camera versus pre-reading it or pre-listening to it like I was, and then reading it and then giving commentary. I think that might be the way to go so I can organize my thoughts better, but I'm extremely cognizant that I'm trying to do this and let the Spirit impress upon me in the moment. Because it might be a message for me. It might be a message for, one of you guys watching. It might be a message for my wife, kids, or friends that I need to hear and then go relay. Does that make any sense to anybody? Is that weird? I digress. So if it's weird that I don't edit and that I'll just roll with screw-ups and scratching my nose and random stuff. Look, I'm trying to be transparent, live an authentic life, and I try to do that in front of people and with my friends. So I can't see doing it a different way online. For better or worse, that's been my approach. Prudent people foresee evil. They hide themselves. They get out of the way. When evil's coming by, or they're going by, they disguise themselves. They get away from the evil. But the simple, they walk right by it thinking it's all good. It ain't all good. You're going to be punished. I got to figure out a way to draw my thoughts on this because it's like the fear of the Lord is the basis of everything we got. You know what I mean? Wisdom, understanding, just salvation, everything. Here, it's another implication by Solomon. By humility and fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Sounds good to me. Those are the values that I want to strive for and put into my kids, right? Be humble, fear God. And if you fear God, like Jesus said, paraphrasing, a whole bunch of commandments hang on this. Because if you fear God, you're going to work hard. You're going to be honest. You're going to honor your father and mother. You're going to love other people. You're going to take care of people as yourself. Right? Right? You truly fear the Lord. You're out here doing his work, just like Jesus said he does what he saw the Father do. So, guess what we're supposed to be doing if we're doing greater than Jesus? Not greater like, greater as in like more numbers. Why? Because Jesus' ministry was very short on this earthly planet. Most of us are here a lot longer. We can do greater amounts of the work. Works aren't going to save us, but they sure better be radiating out of us. You know what I'm saying? The inside should be evident on the outside. I'm going to end up running out of space again. I got to get another hard drive now because as I'm offloading onto my phone, I had no idea how much content space-wise I was actually creating. So now I need a hard drive to be able to manage that. I was talking to some friends today about upping my editing game and really trying to set it onto a routine. I saw a really excellent video by, I believe her name was Talitha, Corner of Truth, In the Corner of Truth, I believe is her channel name. Check her out. Watch a video today where it was like, oh, I don't agree with that. Let me comment. No. Let me watch the whole thing. And it was a wild ride. It was like, I do agree with that. No, I think that's wrong. This one I could go either way. I agree with that. Oh man, preach, girl. She's right about this one. No, wait. I think you got this one wrong. So I was going to type out this big comment. But nobody cares, right? Nobody cares what I think. However, trying to be humble but honest, right? I care what I think about this response. So I'm tempted to make my first response video a response to hers, and in a totally friendly fashion. I think a lot of what she was saying was totally valid, and the things I have to say are nitpicky. But, this is what I enjoy, and I'm constantly, like, egging my friends on and the house church on, like, let's fight about it. Not, like, fight, like, quarrel, strife, contention. Let's fight, like, let's grapple with each other. Let's grapple with the truth. Let's tell each other what we think we read and what the Spirit tells us, and let's come to the moment in the talking circle where it's like, that was it. And my buddy Cody says there's a moment where it's like, that was it. Say that again. And everybody comes to agreement. Where two or more are gathered in his name, there he is also, right? So let's do this. Open invite as well. I've been asking for people to do Discovery Bible with me, where we just read a couple of verses. We say what we think it means. We say what is being impressed upon us. We set an intention for the week after we talk about it. And that's pretty much it. We focus on just the verse that we're on. We don't bring an exhortation, your expounding of a doctrine, your thoughts on the way that it relates Genesis to Revelation and the second. None of that. We just read it. And it can be for believers and non-believers to come together and examine the book, right? So, open invite to anybody watching that. Comment. Let me know so we can set it up. Talitha, if you happen to watch this, I would love to do that with you. If you're up for it. I'm way off track. I realize, and I got like 2.5 minutes before this clips off. So the law of sowing and reaping all over the Bible, right? So if you sow iniquity, you'll reap vanity. The rod of your anger shall fail. The measure of your anger shall fail. It's not going to do any good for you in the end. Oh, awesome. Somebody just said they can babysit my kiddos for my anniversary. I can take my wife out to dinner for the first time in I don't know how many years. I know that's sad, but we don't have anybody that we trust with our kids. Sad but true. We don't even have family nearby we can trust. But this one family, house church, near and dear to our hearts, love them and their children. I approached them today, and hey, they said they can do it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I know you won't see this, but that's awesome. If you have a bountiful eye, you'll be blessed, favored by God, happy, prosperous. So if you have a bountiful eye, you'll be blessed, for he gives bread to the poor. This is what we talk about in permaculture, and in some business circles, I've heard it mentioned where you approach from a perspective of abundance, not scarcity. And that's what I'm trying to do with my own money, and my own tithe, and my own giving and offering. Is like, I'm really trying to pay off my debts right now as much as I can. So it's like I'm pinching every penny. I'm constantly driving all hours of the night, anybody I can do it for, just to make some money, so I can throw it on the car, throw it on the student loan, throw it on the house. And I'm still trying to keep an eye out for where I can do good, right? Because it's the Lord's money. How I manage it that's the goal, right? Is to manage his money well, not to hoard money, because it ain't even mine. So, cast out the scorner, contention shall go out. Oh, so think about things in abundance. There's money everywhere. There's opportunity everywhere. We don't need to exclude, and we don't need to worry. The Father's got it. Cast out the scorner, contention shall go out. Watch your circle, fam. Got to keep it tight. There's a lion on the streets. Don't make excuses. Get out there. 5 seconds. I got to go. Go with God. Be blessed.